Whatever these flowers are very fragrant. But I've sneezed like twice since I've stood here. Well, it's a new day, Kaunas, Lithuania. This is Thursday morning. And this is not the historical area of Kaunas by any means. This is down on this bridge that walks across the motorway here. It's like it was built in 1988. If you're planning a trip to Europe to escape high gas prices, that's not going to be possible. It's over $8 a gallon here, over €2 per liter. I'm walking over to the Acropolis. That's the big shopping mall. Buy a data card. Then I thought maybe I'd head out to whatever those columns are out there. Got a nice website sent to me this morning to check out some places to see here in Kaunas. Thank you to loyal viewer Shelly in Washington for that. Kaunas has two rivers that run through. This is one of them. All right, we'll go get the data card so we get a little better idea on maps and where to go see. Good morning, Lithuania. That is the first ever mosque, if I read correctly, in Kaunas. Back there is my flat, as they call it in Europe. The flat, not the apartment, the flat. It's a beautiful place. Very modern. Right around $30 some a night, maybe 35 with taxes and fees. It's better than most apartments I've lived in. It's a school right here, or a gymnasium. That's their name for schools. When I came through here earlier, there's quite a few youngsters out. It must have been like a summer camp going on. So I went to the mall. I got a SIM card. It works in Lithuania only, but it's unlimited data, and then there's some calling minutes on it too. It was only €5.50, and it's unlimited data and some calling minutes. So I'm going to be in Lithuania for about a week or so, and €5.50 sounded like a great deal, and it was. So I bought that. I emailed my Swedish data card that I bought yesterday, and they did reply to me and told me, oh, we'll sign up for the app, and then you can fix your problem through there. They said that my data card I spent damn near $40 on yesterday has a roaming block on it that I can fix, but since I'm not in Sweden, I can't get a text message verifying my phone. So we'll see if they email me back again. It's a little bit after noon right now. I'm going to walk down back past the mall where I was earlier, head into the old town, and explore down there just a little bit. You know, in Copenhagen and Stockholm, you got to watch out for bicyclists. In Lithuania, I've learned, by God, be on the lookout for scooters. These little Bolt scooters, B-O-L-T. Kind of like the old Lime scooters. You can rent them. It's only 13 cents a minute, which is actually a pretty good deal. But they go up to about 18, 20 miles an hour. And the way people drive them, I mean, hell, don't walk past the corner without looking, because somebody could be coming right at you on one of those green scooters. So we're just about a mile from the old town. Head that direction and check in. Well, good afternoon. Welcome to drizzly Kaunas in the outskirts of the old town. This is the St. Peter and St. Paul Basilica. It's a beautiful area down here in the city. If you're visiting Lithuania and just going to Vilnius, I can certainly make a case for spending a few days here in Kaunas. The only disappointing part is the main drag. is all under construction. They're repaving, and that construction goes back quite a ways. I just walked through it a couple of blocks worth. The square of the city is up here on the left. Let's take a walk into this square here. Over the sound of machinery scraping up gravel and rocks. Oh wow, very nice. The town square, the old town of Kaunas. What I had read is the Kaunas Old Town is a little bit more authentic than Vilnius, although out of the three Baltic capitals, from just opinions I read, they say Vilnius is the better of the three compared to Riga and Tallinn. But with the damages done in the middle of the last century by the war, Kaunas was a little bit more untouched, I guess, than Vilnius. Yeah, the rain has finally subsided a little bit here. This is the Kaunas Town Hall, right at 2 p.m. I imagine in the evening time these restaurants will open up. It's like a little musical stage up here. Unfortunately, this is sequestered off, so we're not going to be able to go in. Unless maybe there's a path around the side. The gate looks like it's open. I don't know, might have to explore that. It's drizzly, but it's pretty. Old town. Kaunas in Lithuania. Just beyond the old town square is the Kaunas Castle. And all its ramparts. I'm getting these fellows' picture here. Oh, this is nice. Looks like a little amphitheater of some sorts. If you head this direction, I think we'll get to the river. I'll tell you what, temperature wise, it's actually pretty good. So Nemunas and Neris rivers is the confluence. So it's like a 6-minute walk away. I may not record that entire distance, but let's see here. It looks like you can walk back up along that way. Now let's get over there and take a look. What we got down here, like a park? Looks like a running track. Soccer pitch. Or football pitch, pardon. A couple of them, like a little park and playground down there. Nice. I'm gonna walk over to the other side and see if we can't maneuver our way up into the castle. Maybe find a view up there. Now we have climbed the castle steps. Right there. And it's a pretty rewarding view. Off in the distance, if you can make out that mural, looks like he's smoking a pipe. It's called the Wise Man. I don't know the history of it, but I just saw it on my map. This gives you a nice view over the river. The statue down there. It's just a big group taking a photo. It looks like a little boat cruise. I'm a big fan of boat cruises. I've done Frankfurt, which was just last spring here a couple months ago. I've done Krakow, I've done Prague, I've done Budapest. Maybe we add Kaunas to the list. And this is where we just walked moments ago, back across that little pathway there. Hiked up this little staircase. And looking off that direction, the old town that we were in before is back in that direction through the wall. Hashtag Kaunas 2022. That's been a big thing. I've seen a lot of that down here in the city. All right, well, I decided to walk to the confluence of the river or not. Stay tuned to find out. All right, we have hiked it down to the confluence of the two rivers, the Nemunas and the Neris. The Nemunas runs that direction. I believe it's the larger of the two. The Neris goes out this way, and that'll actually get you into Vilnius, the capital of Lithuania. The Neris starts in Belarus, and the Nemunas is Latvia. And they both go to the Baltic Sea. It gives you a pretty good view. Back up in towards the old town. That direction there. You see the boat crews heading out this direction. One went up this way, one went up this way. I don't know what the cost is to take a boat cruise, but it might be worth taking a look at. Although it looks like maybe some storm clouds rolling back. It's been kind of off and on rain. Got drizzled on a little bit before. But a real pretty area down here. Look at some of the pictures on Google Maps. This is like a great area for sunsets, it looks like. But we're not anywhere near that time. It's only mid-afternoon. All right, back into the city. Here sleeps the beast of Kaunas. Come closer to the hole in the wall and hear him snoring. If there's no sound, he may be gone somewhere. Come later and be quiet. This is pretty cool. The beast of Kaunas, sleeping the day away. How cool. Ah, it's the Resurrection Basilica of Kaunas. Noteworthy because it sits way up high over the city. It has panoramic views, and also there's a rooftop garden, I guess, or a rooftop terrace. Don't know if that part is open right now. There might be a door open. I may swing back and see if I can't go in. Yeah, there's a door open here. I cheated to get up here. I took one of those damn Bolt scooters, and because where I was down on the river, I was looking where I wanted to go. It was like a 28-minute walk, and it was mostly uphill, and I'm about 10 or 11 miles in already today, and I was like, oh man, that doesn't sound like a whole lot of fun. So I kind of anticipated that because I set up a Bolt account earlier this afternoon, and I rode it around for about 15 minutes. I actually went about 2 or 3 minutes past my intended destination, because as you're driving, you got to hold on with 2 hands. Can't really check your map. So 2 or 3 minutes passed and 2 or 3 minutes back. All told, it was under €3 for the entire time I had it. They take 15 euros right on your credit card. Smart on them. I'd say a lot of people probably never use their full credit. But yeah, it's actually kind of fun too. So I enjoyed it. My walk from here will be all downhill to get back into the city. I don't see the sweeping city views they were promising, but I think I'm going to go inside and explore just a little bit of the Resurrection Basilica. Windy up here. I was able to go inside the Resurrection Basilica. Look how wide it is in here. Really pretty. I think I'm the only person in here, but I'm not positive. So I'm gonna whisper. Pretty nice. Well, we are on top of the Resurrection Church, on top of their tower, and it does have sweeping views over the city. It's downright windy up here. This is looking back. If you go straight ahead out there where you see the red flashing marquee running commercials, that is a sports stadium. Right in front of that big glass building is the shopping center. To the right of that is a little suspension bridge that I walked across first thing this morning. And then the river, one of them, flows down that direction. Before we walk that entire area down, and you can see out towards the old town, see where the twin church spires are. Back on this side, if the sound doesn't cut out because of the wind, the Dome Church, that's part of the Newtown area, I guess. And there's a big pedestrian pathway that goes through there, kind of tree lined. My flat where I'm renting is right behind that tall dome of that church. You can actually see the white building that sits kind of right over its left shoulder as we're looking at it. And yeah, just a real great view over the entire city here. It was €1.50 to come up. I could have paid €2.50 if I would have taken the elevator, but I said, you know what, I'm gonna hike the stairs. Did really well to about the last 2 flights. I started getting tired, but we're up here. Maybe I'll take the elevator down, come back over to this side. I think looking out that direction takes you back out towards the Kaunas airport. Part of that area I haven't really explored. I just came up the other rivers down that way. I just came up past that IPXO building. Behind that, that's where I rode my scooter. And it looks like some rain showers off in the distance there. But for the most part, it's been a cool day. It's been a little bit of drizzle here and there, but pretty pleasant to walk around. Very green down there in the trees and gardens. From high atop the Resurrection Church in Kaunas. Well, rounding out our time here in Kaunas, Lithuania, I have stopped in the largest oak forest in Europe. And it used to be a lot bigger. It was a lot of trees were cut down in the 14th, 15th, and 16th century. But it is the longest standing and largest oak forest anywhere found in the continent. And it's only about a 15-20 minute walk from the place I'm staying, so I thought, hey, good place to come close out the tour of Kaunas. Pleasant morning. It's about 8 o'clock, 8:30. Not very warm, definitely humid, buggy a little bit, quite a few little gnats flying around. They got some signage through the park, so some interesting facts that if you want to stop and read those, you can. And there's multiple paths that come back through here. And I've been here for about 20 minutes and probably only seen 2 or 3 other folks, so it's one of the more popular nature destinations here in the city. Most of the trees are in here are anywhere from 100 to 350 years old, according to the one sign. And with Lithuania being so far north, most of the leaves don't bloom until May. So that means we're in the middle of June, so these leaves have only been on these trees for 5 or 6 weeks maybe. Didn't take long for my dormant allergies to come back to life here in Europe. I'm on the Benadryl, the Flonase. If it dries you, I've tried it. Pretty stuffed up this morning though. Little bird song overhead. Pleasant morning from Kaunas. Off this afternoon to the capital, Vilnius. More from Lithuania coming. This is just outside the Oak Park. And I thought it was kind of interesting to see what homes look like here in Lithuania. Some of them are downright gigantic, quite big. A pretty path walk down here. It goes, I think this will spur me right back into the city. Grab a cup of coffee. That's the park through the trees. I think oak irritates my allergies. I've done nothing but sneeze and blow my nose. Eyes are all irritated and watery. More Benadryl. Buses are very affordable in Kaunas. Well, it's less than a dollar, less than €1 to travel anywhere. It was only €1 to get from the airport. Take you a walk back through the neighborhoods of Kaunas. This should be a path that goes for almost a mile back down to the city. And then maybe some coffee and Benadryl. Then ride that train. Only about an hour train ride to Vilnius. €7, so call it $7.50. You hear the euro coins jangling in my pocket. There's a little rooftop terrace or garden above that one. So I think these are houses. I don't think they're apartments or flats. I guess they could be, but oh, that's a pretty scent, whatever that is. I'm sure I'll start sneezing here in a moment. It's a Saturday morning, so not a traditional work day. Maybe folks slept in a little bit this morning. I say all the city exploring I've done has been really cool, but this is the prettiest area I've been in. And this tree-lined path just continues. You can see how far it started way back yonder. Kind of dark under here. It's kind of neat. Oh, look at these trees. Covered all the way up. That was definitely worth getting up and getting out this morning. The Oak Park. All right, on to Vilnius and coffee.